All right, this is going to be bits of Mr. Crowley by Ozzy Osbourne with Randy Rhoads on guitar. It's going to have the main rhythm parts and then some of the lead things, some of the exercises, some of the fast riffs that you could do exercises with to build up the strength and speed to eventually play some of those Randy Rhoads solos. So here we go. We're starting out. We got a D power chord that's open on the D, and then 2 and 3. Just those 3 notes. We don't want to hear that bottom one. We want just a power chord. So D power chord, then A string bass note to F bass note, first fret of the E string. So back to the D chord, and then we have a B flat power chord, 1 3 3, starting on the A string here. So that was bum, bum, dun, 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 dun. So kind of palm muting down here, where you get your palm a little bit near the edge there and kind of control how much of the string you really hear, how dampened it is. So 1 1 1 3 1 0. That 3rd fret. Back to B flat. So that part is the same, and then we're gonna go. So we do a 1 to 2 slide, and then we're coming into the C power chord, 3 and 5 there. So this part was 5 to 7 on the A string, and then the 5 5 5 on the D, G, and B strings, up to the 7 5 and 6 on the same strings. And then D power chord. So let's check what we got so far. So we got the D. Those are kind of upbeats too. Then we have this fill. So that was 3 4 3 on the B string, 5 on the G, and back to the 3. So, and then 3 to 2 a slide, and then a pull off 3 to 2. So, and then we're gonna jump to the D string. 5 3 and then 5 3 2 0. Okay, one more time, real slow. If you pull that, it kind of helps you. So that C kind of just stays on the C coming. And then B flat to the A bass note, and he kind of does a whammy bar deep breath. Okay, now let's look at the beginning of the solo. So that happens twice through like verse and chorus. So the beginning of the solo, there's a great riff that you could practice to help you get speed. Okay, so he does that like 4 times, then he moves on to other stuff. But let's take a look at what this is. This is the 12th fret of the G string bending up, and then 10 10 on the 2nd and 1st strings. And then a pull off, 13 to 10 on the 2nd string. So he does that 4 times, like I say. But it's good to practice that one and take it nice and slow. Try to make sure you get your bend to a good note. Some of these you might even try with these different fingers. Sometimes you'd be up higher for those though, because they're shorter together. This one probably you want these fingers. And then he gets into a. So these are like exercises I like to teach people all the time. 3s and 4s exercises and stuff. So this is like triplets. So we got dee da doo da dee dum. So those are 3 sets of 3s. So he actually does all the way down there. And then he starts coming up from this string, D string. And then he goes into some higher position thing right there. But look at these exercises. You got. That's a good one to practice. You can practice on all different frets and get used to. That was kind of a favorite riff of Jimmy Page. We just saw that movie. And you could see him doing this lick a lot, Jimmy Page. That was like one of his favorite licks to just jam out on really fast. Okay, so we have some other things going on. We have this slow solo where it goes. That whole thing. So let's start out with that. Let's look at the chords on that. So we're gonna have D power chord, down to B flat, C, back to D. We're gonna go D, C, B flat. Then we're gonna go G power chord, and then we're gonna go A power chord. So let's do those again. We got D, B flat, C, back to D, then a walk down, B flat, then G to A. Okay, and then there's two different harmony parts. We're gonna think about the first chord happening, and then we have a riff. Okay, so what that was we let the chord hit, and then we come in with 7 and 7 on the D and G strings, part of this like D minor chord shape. We go 5, 6 on the B string. So we got 7, 7, and then 5, 6 to the 5, and then 7, 5, 3 on the G string. So that's 5 and 3 on the small E string. So, and then the C chord hits, and we come in with this kind of a C shape. So I went 5, 5 on the D and G, 3 and 5 on the 3, 5, 3 on the B string. So that was 5 on the G, 5 on the D, to 7 on the D, 8 and 6 on the B string. So together this is. And then we come down to the B flat shape. So that was 3, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 3, 5, 6, 5 on the B string. And then we're gonna go 6 and 7 on the G, 5, 6, 5 on the B, back to the 7, 6. So that last riff was. And then we repeat the thing. Okay, now the harmony part to that goes, it waits for the D chord. So it has the exact same rhythm and it's in harmony. So we got 5, 6, and 8 on the B string, to the little 5, 8, 6, 5, 7 on the G. So it's. Then we're gonna go 6, 5 on the B. Then we're gonna go 8, 10, 11 on the B string, to the little 8. Coming down to the 10 on the G, so 11, 10 on the B. So let's look at those. Now we have 7, 9, 10 on the G, to the 8 on the B. Going back down those same notes. 8 on the D, 10, 8 on the B. So that was. And then we have 5, 6, 8, 10, little slide to 10, and then 8, 6, 5. So that whole thing was. Now there's one note different on the second time of that one. So instead of going to the third string 10, it stays on the second string 10. 11, 10, and then the lower one. Okay, and then his solo starts. Here's some more things you could look at for kind of strengthening speed practice kind of stuff. So what he has here is a 17 to 13 pull off going to the 15 of the second string. He's gonna do that 8 times. Then he's gonna take the pinky up one to the 18. Then we're going down to 15, 12, and 13. And then we're going to 17, 13, 13. Okay, so that's 4 different more things you can practice on. So we got. And then consider this like part 1 of this song. We have other things. Stuff like that. So this was Mr. Crowley by Ozzy Osbourne, Randy Rhoads on guitar. May he rest in peace. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. Let me know if you have any requests, and we'll get to number 2 of Mr. Crowley one of these days soon. Thanks a lot. Take it easy.